So I said earlier in the Big Ten this year, when two teams have already played, the second game tends to be very similar to the first. Well, the first time we played Maryland, it was our first Big Ten game of the year. We were 4-5, just coming off some bad losses. Um, we would need a win on the road at Maryland. Looking for our first road win of the season. Um, Kanye Clary, it was a nice early season performance from him, 25 points. Ace Baldwin was fantastic as well, but aside from them, not a single other player on the team scored 10 points. And we lost in overtime. We had actually a decent overall game. It was a close battle, back and forth the whole time. We staved off a late comeback from Maryland, held on, pushed it to overtime. And then in overtime, we made 0 field goals. I don't know if y'all remember. I've probably got the video up right now that you're watching. We made 0 field goals in that overtime. 4 points, all of them from the free throw line. And Maryland just dominated us in overtime. We ran out of gas, is the correct term for it. The team battled hard all game and ran out of gas. And you wonder why we lost this one? I was just talking about fouls. We committed 30 fouls in this game. We had 3 dudes foul out. We had 2 dudes at 4. And you wonder why we ran out of gas? Because we're playing dudes who don't normally play big minutes. Because we're playing them at the end of the game because so many dudes are fouled out. Well, if this game against Maryland is similar to the first one, first off, this one's at home. Second off, this one is months after. Both teams are looking very different. All right, Jahmir Young, he was just emerging as one of the better players in the Big Ten back when we played Maryland the first time. Now he is truly one of the best players in the Big Ten, averaging 21 points per game, 40% field goal percentage. The dude's amazing. All right, he's an NBA prospect for sure. Julian Reese has been amazing for them as well. He was a problem for us in the first game, but Qudus Wahab has improved as well, and hopefully Wahab will be able to impose his will on Reese in the paint. I mean, Wahab has been straight up unstoppable at times in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully he'll be able to do that at home against a 500 Maryland team. And then here's the other big thing, is Kanye Clary is not on our team anymore. And I say that as a good thing because our offenses looked a lot more cohesive without him. But in that first game, like I said, Clary and Baldwin were the only 2 people to score over 10 points. And against Maryland now, I don't see that happening. I see a bunch of people potentially scoring 10 points. I see a whole bunch of people contributing. I see good ball movement. And I see a Maryland team who, despite being one of the best defenses in the Big Ten, struggling against a team who will be able to punish them on our defensive side. Maryland committed a lot of turnovers in that first game. 16 turnovers in that first time we played them. This is also one of the worst offensive teams in the Big Ten. Maryland scored 81 points, and I know that's in overtime, but 81 points in that first game, I don't see them getting even close to 80 this time. I'd be very surprised if Maryland scored 80 points in this game. I mean, they're just not a great offense. They're averaging under 70 per game. They don't move the ball well. I mean, you look at our assist numbers, you think our assist numbers are low at 12.6 per game. Maryland's at 10.7 assists per game. Their offense is all off the dribble of Jahmir Young. And when you have a guy like Ace Baldwin, when you have other guys like Nick Kern and Qudus Wahab that can help out down low on his drives, you can defend Jahmir Young. And I know I say this. I say we can defend Jahmir Young like Jahmir Young types haven't destroyed us all year. I've been saying it on prior shows. Like, these types of players have been destroying us all year. But Maryland's offense is so one-dimensional. I think you can really key into him. And if you do that, I think you might be able to really overwhelm him, maybe throw some double teams, whatever. I know we don't normally play zone or double teams or anything like that, but you pressure him with that full court press all the way up the floor, you make this guy work. He won't be able to play 40 minutes, and he's not going to be able to score at the normal percentages he will. And all of a sudden, Maryland as a team is shooting low percentages. Young is getting frustrated. He's turning the ball over. And, that's when Penn State starts to thrive. So, overall, I'm going to predict us to win this one. I'm going to go 80-72, Penn State win.